Hello, what is up, you guys? I'm Triple Trey, and I'm going to be bringing you F1 2020's My Team game mode. Now, I have not touched this yet. I've just been doing a bunch of online races and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and hop right in, create our character. I think I've already done that. We're going to get our livery. Maybe we can buy one. Maybe we can just color scheme one up. We're also going to come up with a team name, find some sponsors, and everything like that. So let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do here is make our character. Of course, I have already done this. He is preset. They do not have my last name in the game, so we're just going to have to go with White. But we're going to go ahead and select him.
Okay boss, Carl here. Let's get this team up and running. The first thing we need to do is register a team name and bring in some important partners.
Alright, so it looks like the next thing that we're going to have to do
Enter a
is...
team name.
Okay, we're going to have to make a team name. Let me go ahead and get one, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so after some careful consideration, it looks like I'm going to go ahead and go with Whitehead GP. It's just very simple, very stylish, and yeah, so I really like it.
Now, let's choose our primary sponsor for this season.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to choose a primary
Some sponsors
sponsor.
offer a larger signing bonus up front. Some offer more weekly income. The better we perform, the more our level will go up as the team gains more acclaim. Doing this will increase the income from our sponsors.
Alright, so looking at the 4, well actually, looks like they might give us a little more than 4. But we're going to have to find one that has a more realistic goal for us in the first season. Obviously, I don't expect us to be very competitive. I'm actually not that great at the game. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and find a sponsor here, and I will get back to you whenever I get one. Alright guys, so it looks like for the first season, we're going to go with this company. They have the lowest goal bonus, but it also has the most obtainable that I think. For my skill level and for how the car will progress throughout the season. So all we have to do is complete the season. We get a $4.2 million signing bonus. That'll help us get our second driver and things like that. And our weekly income for this is $241,500, which is actually a little bit more than the easier sponsors that they have out there. So that's actually going to help us in the weekly. Just the gold bonus, it can also increase with team acclaim. So if we do better throughout the season and our acclaim rises, that gold bonus will also go up. So we're going to go ahead and get this company.
Our chassis won't be going anywhere fast without a power unit. So let's sign one of those now.
So now we're going to have to select the power unit, and let's go ahead and take a look at what they've got
Obviously,
here.
the better the performance and durability, the better. But be careful about spending all our cash. We're going to have people and facilities to invest in as well. Power unit suppliers will also provide upgrades throughout the season at no extra cost.
So it looks like they're giving us 4 power unit selections to choose from. Obviously, we're going to need to go for cheap because we only get a $4.2 million signing bonus from our sponsor, and we're going to have to get a second driver. So let me go ahead and figure out which one's going to be best for us, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, guys, so after a bunch of consideration, I'm going to be going with Honda. They are $400,000 cheaper than Renault. I think Mercedes and Ferrari are just completely out of the question right now. And so we do get more money as a team. And with only 1 point less in performance at 86 and 3 points less in durability at 76, I think Honda is going to be the best choice for us here in the first season. So let's go ahead and select them.
We're not much of a team without a second driver. Let's sign a teammate.
Alright guys, so here we are. We're going to have to sign our second driver for at least the first half of the season. They are contracted through both halves of the season. So let's go ahead and take a look who's on the market.
Here are the drivers interested in joining our team. Look at their stats and pick someone you think can get us good results, as long as we can afford them. Oh, and we renew contracts every few races, so you'll have plenty of chances to sign someone else should the need arise.
Alright guys, so they've actually given us quite a bit of choices for our second driver. Looks like they've given 7 of them. Obviously the 2 best guys are a little bit more expensive than the other people. So let me go through here, find which one I think would be a better fit for our team, and I'll get back. Alright guys, so after a bunch of consideration, and I know this is a sad story, him passing away last year, but we are going to pick Antoine Hubert. I do think it's going to be really cool to have him on the team just to see, how good he would have done had he not passed away tragically at Spa last year. So we are going to go ahead and go with Antoine Hubert.
Looks like we can afford this power unit supplier and teammate. Go ahead and confirm if you're happy.
Alright guys, so this is our team lineup for season number 1 here in F1 2020, my team. Obviously after this we're going to have to customize the way that the car looks. You can see the colorway that I already have on the fire suit and the hat. So maybe we'll go with that, maybe we'll change it around a little bit, but I'll get back to you once we get that.
Let's select or edit the livery we'll be running this season. We can add more sponsors to the car as we sign them throughout the year. And don't worry, we can edit our look at any time from HQ.
Alright guys, so as you can see, we have finally come up with a livery for our first season for Whitehead GP, so we're going to go ahead and take a look around. And I think it looks really nice. It's very simple, and as we get more sponsors, it'll also make the car pop a lot more. Unfortunately, we cannot change the color of the numbers just yet. That might be added later on in the game. So guys, it looks like this is the livery that we are going to end up going with for season number 1. Let's continue.
Now we need a badge for our team branding. Select an existing badge, edit it, or create one from scratch.
So it looks like we're going to have to select a new badge. Fortunately, I already have one preset. So we're going to go ahead and go in here and choose that one. So here's the team badge that I have created. It's just very simple, not super crazy, stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and go with this one.
Last but not least, we need to pick team colors for the rest of our branding. You'll see these colors throughout HQ.
Alright guys, so we're going to have to edit the team colors. As you can see on the fire suits, there is gray. I'm going to end up changing that to white. So once we get all that done, I'll get back to you. Alright guys, so we've got everything done. As you can see, we've got the team colors along the wall and the floor. And I have changed the gray to white on the fire suit. I think everything looks very nice. So let's go ahead and get this first season kicked off. So we are going to go with the regular 22 race schedule. I don't want to skimp anything. This is going to be a very long process of videos coming out of one of each race, stuff like that. So we are going to choose a 22 race season. Alright guys, so I have my assists in. Obviously I'm going to have the braking assist off, but I am very bad at just mashing the brakes. So for now I'm going to have the anti-lock brakes on. Traction control is going to be on medium. Dynamic racing line, I only have it on the corners just because I don't know some of these tracks. So at some of the tracks that I don't know, it's going to be a lot easier for me to get acclimated during practice, and I might even turn them off just for the race. And the gearbox is going to be manual with the suggested gear, just because, like I said, I play a lot of iRacing. It's a lot of NASCAR. I'm not really used to F1. I do play this game. Pit assist is going to be on. Pit release assist is going to be on until I can get used to both of those. Same thing with the ERS. I'm going to be enabling my own DRS and changing my own fuel mix. That's my list of assists for this first season. Like I said, if I do get acclimated to a change, I will change that myself. I won't keep it on if I don't need it and stuff like that. So, yep, those are my assists for the first season. And for the gameplay settings, I'm going to turn off flashbacks, but I am going to keep park firme rules on. Vehicle damage is on reduce just because I do spin out sometimes and I don't want it to completely ruin my race. I think after the first season, we're going to ramp that up all the way to the top. Safety cars have been turned on. We're going to have regular corner cutting stringency. Race start's going to be on manual unless I just straight up can't do it, and I will change it back to automatic until I can get used to it. And also, as you can see, the tire temperature is on surface and carcass. So that is my list of gameplay settings for season number 1. Okay guys, and last but not least, we are going to have full practice, short practice, which they're only 30 minutes each, but I will be doing all 3 on every race weekend. Qualifying is going to be the full 18-minute, 15-minute, 12-minute first, second, third round. Formation lap is also going to be on just to help me warm the tires up. That way I don't do something catastrophic in turn 1 or something like that. Race distance is going to be at 25% unless I get acclimated to it, and then I will bump it up. The AI driver level is at 75 for right now, but on this first weekend, if I feel like I'm way too fast for my equipment, because I should not be running anywhere near top 10 or anything like that. So if I feel like I'm running way too fast, I will bump that up. But if I feel like I'm too slow, I will bump that down. But it's like I said, it's going to be hard to judge if I'm running too slow, just because I'm going to have one of the worst equipment on the track to start the season out with. So that's my weekend structure for F1, my team, season 1. So yeah, we're all set. All right, so it looks like we've got a little interview here. Let's go ahead and participate.
Hello folks, and welcome to the HQ of Formula One's newest team. We've been invited backstage to gain an exclusive insight into what could be one of the most exciting entries in the sport for many years. Now, we've seen a number of new teams enter the sport over the last decade, amongst their number Manor, Caterham, HRT, and of course Haas. And while some have proved to be successful, others have morphed into different teams, and some have disappeared completely. What marks this team out, though, as being something different is that its owner is also its driver. Now, there's a rich history of that in Formula One too. Sir Jack Brabham, John Surtees, Graham Hill, and Bruce McLaren all drove their own cars in the sport, but it has become increasingly rare in recent years. What's very special about this team, though, is that while the team itself is new to Formula One, so too is its driver and owner.
Whatever happens this season, you've already made the history books. Tell me, do you feel up to the mammoth task of both managing and driving for a Formula One team?
Alright guys, so it looks like we get 3 options to this question. Obviously, it's not going to be easy. I don't expect it to be easy. It's going to be very difficult. So let's see which one we're going to go with. Alright, so I'm going to go with this one.
Every team needs 2 drivers, but what was it that drew you to your teammates?
Well, what drew me to him was obviously not the market value, but it was the pace combined with his somewhat good experience. So let me read through these and I'll figure out the best answer. Alright guys, so we're going to go with this one. It says, it was finding the right fit for our team. They understand that we are new and appreciate the opportunity that we are providing.
No one aims to finish bottom of the table. Who's the team you're aiming to beat?
Alright, so it looks like here we're going to be choosing our rivals for maybe the beginning of the first season or possibly the entire first season. So obviously Williams is going to be pretty easy to beat no matter what equipment we're in, just because they are pretty slow. Haas is okay. Same thing with Alfa Romeo. And AlphaTauri is a little bit better than those two. So I think we're going to go with Williams on this one.
How are you expecting the car to feel out on track?
So this is a really tough question for me right now because I just haven't been able to get in the car yet. Let me go through the answers and I'll find out the best one. Alright, so I'm going to go with this one with the sim data looks good, but we won't know until we get out on the track, because that's exactly how I feel right now.
The other teams now have years of experience, both on and off the track. How are you planning to catch up to them?
Alright, so this is also one with very long answers. I'm going to look through these and I'll come back to you when I have the good answer. Alright, so I'm going to go with the very short and sweet answer that it's going to be tough and we'll have a better picture after the first race, because that's exactly true. I don't have any projections for how this car is going to drive or how well we're going to do against other people until after the first race. So we're going to go with this answer.
Overtaking is a key part of this sport. How have you ensured that your car can take advantage of each opportunity that comes your way?
Alright, so we're going to go with this one that we've developed an incredibly light car. This also helps with top speed and through the corners. Oh, our chassis department noticed that.
And finally, which of your new departments are you most proud of?
Alright, so it looks like this one we can give any of our 4 departments a boost in morale. So basically, I'm going to be picking one that I think would need a boost in morale, something that we can build on throughout the entire year. So let me find the best one and I'll get back. Alright guys, so it looks like I'm going to give the aerodynamics department the morale boost, saying that aerodynamics are perhaps the biggest part of Formula One. What our team has achieved in such a short time is a miracle.
Well, that's about all we've got time for here. We will see how this fledgling team fares in its first Grand Prix.
Alright guys, so here we are in the Whitehead GP headquarters. That's going to be a wrap for today's video. On the next video, we'll be assigning activities to go through the week, and obviously we will have the car reveal. And we also have the first race of the season, the first race weekend at Australia. So be sure to check out the next video on that one. We've got the car all set up, we've got the driver set up, we've got the interviews all set up, the money, everything set up, colorways. So now all we have to do is attack Australia, see where our car is at within the field, and see what else we can improve on throughout the rest of the season. This is going to be a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will catch you on the next one.